What's up, guys? It's your girl Felicia, and welcome to the channel. We're here. We are reimagining our lives at any age and at any stage. So it doesn't matter what age you are. You can be in your later 30s, your seasoned 40s, your 50s and above, 60s or whatever. You still have the power to reimagine your life at any age and at any stage. And if you were able to catch this video, you're ready to make a radical, dramatic shift into this new life that you are creating. And you know why? You know why you're ready? There are three pieces of important work that you have been putting in that's going to make sure that this new year is one full of abundance, prosperity, happiness, love, connectivity, triumph, all of the things. All right. One of the things that we definitely have to dive into and really spend a radical amount of time on is our own personal self-concept. What concept of yourself do you have? What actor are you playing in the story in your head? Who are you? What is this concept of you? What are your core values? What are those things that make you come alive? What are those things that endear you to other people? What are those things that make you a servant leader? What are those things that make you stand out amongst other people? What is that self-concept about? How do you see yourself? How do you want to see yourself? How are you going to see yourself in 2025? So that's one of the first things that we have to do in order to make this radical shift before the clock strikes 12 for 2025, right? Self-concept, positive self-concept, you have to believe it. You have to feel convicted when it comes to who you are and who you are presenting yourself as to the world. Who are you presenting yourself as to yourself? So self-concept is so very important. And number two, discipline. The discipline to carve out that actual sketch. This is where you script out your life, whether you're journaling, whether you're writing yourself sticky notes, whether you're sending yourself texts. This is where you begin to script out, what does this look like for me? Who am I? What do I have to offer the world? What is it that they can get from me that they would love? What is it that I can actually give that's going to help somebody? All right. And the discipline to make sure that you curate that exact person. If your self-conceptualization has to do with, you're a servant leader, then how do you become that? Inside of your self-conceptualization, you are a compassionate, compelling speaker. How do you do that? What do you need to do? What do you need to put in place in order for those things to become true? This is where the discipline happens. This is where we put those action steps in place. This is where we take one step at a time and put one foot in front of the other and actually become that person that we say that we are. So yes, the second step is discipline. And then the third, because it's not easy and it's not going to be a done deal. Just because you come up with the self-concept, you've sketched it out and etched it out and you've scripted it out and you're now acting it out, you still have to keep up continuous maintenance. You still have to remind yourself. You still have to feed yourself. You've got to feed your soul with books, with information, with recordings, with YouTube videos that continue to affirm who you are. You have to invest in self-care and invest in yourself, whether it's putting together your website or taking the time out to turn on these cameras and start your YouTube channel. That continuous maintenance when it comes to your self-conceptualization and the discipline that comes with becoming that person, you've still got to make sure that you check up on you. Are you still being that person 3 months in? After you've made the decision, this is the route that I'm going, this is who I am, this is how I'm coming, we still have to do regular check-ins with ourselves. regular check-ins with our spirit, regular check-ins with our heart, regular check-ins with our mind, regular check-ins with our actions, just to make sure that they are lining up with the self-conceptualization that we put in place. The action steps that we've been taking, are we now seeing the fruit from it? When it comes to that continuous maintenance, we are maintaining the things that are living. We are no longer fanning the flames and trying to make something breathe that isn't anymore. So part of that self-maintenance, part of that continuous maintenance is making sure that the things that we have put in place that are going to get us where we're going, that we are checking in on that. Continuous maintenance is us just checking in with ourselves to make sure that we are actually doing what we said we're going to do. We're actually becoming who we said we are going to become. We are actually taking the steps, the action steps, because you know what? There has to be checks and balances. There has to be some accountability. So continuous maintenance just means that you're checking in periodically, making sure that you said what you said, and you did what you said you were going to do. When it comes to becoming the person that you are creating, when it comes to reimagining this big, beautiful life at any age, at any stage, you're checking in with yourself regularly to make sure you're doing the things to make that dream come true. That's it. So those three things, if you implement those three things, they are going to shift your life dramatically. 2025 is going to show you so much speed and acceleration once you really drill down that self-concept and who you are presenting yourself as to the world from here on out, making sure that you discipline yourself in putting those action steps in place. Are you feeding your soul? Are you feeding your mind? Are you continuously making sure that you follow that getting up in the morning routine, or getting your stuff ready in the evening before the next day routine, or just whatever your processes and procedures are? That discipline is so important. And then again, lastly, making sure you have those regular check-ins with self. That continuous maintenance is so critical, because we can't fool ourselves into thinking, you know what, I got it. Bomb diggity, everything has changed, everything is different, everything is brand new, everything is amazing. I've got all of the things that I dreamed about, I manifested properly. I got all of the stuff that God said I was going to have. My relationships are amazing. You know, my work life is amazing. My dreams are coming true. My interactions with people are pure and sincere and all of that. Yes. We've still got to make sure that we are doing all the things that continue to make us that person. All right? Just continue to do the things that make us that person. Regularly check in with ourselves to make sure that we are daily keeping our finger on the pulse of becoming that person. So self-conceptualization, discipline, continued maintenance, those three things are going to create a dramatic shift as we move into 2025. And this is the time to get started now. We don't have to wait until the clock strikes 12. Let's start doing it now so that by the time New Year's get here, it'll already be a habit. So let's get that together. I love you guys so much. I'm excited. And let me know in the comments. Let me know some things that you are using to for self-concept. Are you vision boarding? Are you journaling? Are you sending yourself text messages? Do you have sticky notes all over the house? Let me know in the comments what you're doing to work on your self-concept, and let me know what disciplines you're putting in place. Are you getting up at a certain time every morning? Are you putting certain action steps in place every afternoon to make sure you stay on schedule? What are you doing to include that discipline in your life? And then third, thirdly, what does that regular check-in look like with yourself? How often are you doing it? Are you doing it weekly? Is this new? So you're having to make sure you check in with yourself daily. Have you been doing it for a minute? And you can go like, hey, once a quarter or what have you. Let me know in the comments. And on your way out, please hit subscribe. All right. I love you guys. I hope this helps somebody, because that's what the mission is, to make sure that we help as many people as we can reimagine their lives at any age and at any stage. Because if we're still here to keep doing it, girl, you better. Girl, you just better. So I love you guys. Until the next video, it's your girl Felicia.